Yesterday, behind the steel curtain editor Dave Schofield met with me on a special live where we got to talk some Steelers football. We talked offense, a little bit of defense, and in the conversation, we spoke about an article he wrote where he asked the fans, "What position group are you most concerned about when it comes to the defense?" And today we're going to answer that question. I highly recommend you go back and watch that live. I'll pin it in the description. I also, I'm going to ask you guys to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget, we're giving away 2 tickets to see the Steelers play against the New York Jets on October 2nd in Heinz Field. All you have to do to enter that contest is be a subscriber. We'll be going live on July 4th to give away those tickets, and you'll have to be present on that live. So we highly encourage you guys to hit that notification button. With that being said, guys, I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers, and welcome to the Huddle. Behind the Steel Curtain editor Dave Schofield asked a question and put the question out there and even put a poll. Where do you think that the Steelers have the most concern when it comes to the defense? And in my opinion, that's going to be the outside linebacker position. It's very top heavy, very much like the running back position on the offensive side. However, there's more of a rotation with the outside linebackers. For one, there's 2 of them that are going to be playing on the field at all times. And opposite of TJ Watt, who had 22 and a half sacks last year, was Alex Highsmith, who, with all the potential that he has shown, at the end of the day, he only had 6 sacks last year. Yes, he was, in a battle for reps or whatnot when we had Melvin Ingram on the team. However, you look at Chris Wormley, who was in the interior line, was also a rotational piece and injured partially last year, had 7 sacks. Alex Highsmith, I think he's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to be a solid outside linebacker. He's a little bit undersized in my opinion. However, he has a vast amount of moves to, apply pressure to the quarterback. However, and a lot of people are going to say that, TJ Watt is just, that half second faster than him and is beating him to the quarterback. He only had 6 sacks, and the stats do matter at the end as far as production goes and what he was able to do. I think he needs to step it up a little bit. I'm not stating that he needs to, be a 22 and a half sack or push TJ Watt for that, number 1 outside linebacker or be the next defensive player of the year, but be a Bud Dupree, so to speak. Bud Dupree was able to get double-digit sacks. He was, in line to get a career amount of sacks the year he tore his ACL. And so, if he can be something like that, getting that double-digit sacks, it's a longer season. It's 17 games. He should be able to get 10 to 11 to add. I don't think TJ Watt I don't think the expectation would be that he's going to get more than 22 and a half sacks next year. That's something that has only been done one other time in the history of the NFL outside of last year. And so I don't think the expectations of him getting there again is, more likely than not. So his numbers are going to come down a little bit. The expectation of the offense being a little bit better, their ability to possess the ball is also going to drive down the opportunities for sacks on the defense as well. Last year the offense was 3 and out constantly, and so the defense was on the field significantly more and had the opportunities to get more sacks. And so if you look back at 2019 and the defense that we had then, our secondary wasn't a question, but I dare to ask, was that because, we added Minka solely, or was that because also we had a dynamic pass rush at the time and our ability to stop the run was amazing? And so, we had a lot of interceptions because quarterbacks were forced to make decisions, rapidly. And so if we can apply pressure more often, percentage wise, and get, those double-digit sacks out of a Alex Highsmith, then I think that's going to bring our defense back up. Now, The next question is even so after that is who's going to be that third rotational piece. Last year, Taku Carlton and Derek Tuska played significant defensive snaps, coming in at over 25% of their snaps each, for the season. And it's a long season. TJ Watt missed 2 games and also was taken out of 2 other games. So with that said, you would anticipate that third outside linebacker is going to be playing. I mean, there are packages out there where 3 outside linebackers are on the field at the same time. If you remember early on last year, we had Alex Highsmith, Melvin Ingram, and TJ Watt on the field all together. With that said, you can anticipate that might still be in the game plan for this year. I would think that we would definitely have to have somebody in that role that's going to be dependable, maybe a little bit of pedigree. Right now we have 1 open position on the 90-man roster. There's no need to fill it right now. I don't think that there's I don't think teams are flying for the free agents that are available right now. So there's time. This is the dead point of the season, so to speak. And so one other thing is maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't filled that position because the person that they are anticipating to fill it with is still on another team's roster right now. So there might be a word or talk within the teams that somebody might be being released or traded. Who knows? But I think that, the Steelers leaving that position open kind of leads us to think maybe there's somebody out there they might have an idea of. But I feel that third piece is a huge concern. We need to find somebody to fill it. Jannard Avery, Tuska, and Skipper, in my opinion, Tuska and Skipper are maybe backups, more special team linebackers, in my opinion. But you never know. Maybe they can develop into something better. However, it's going to be a tall task. And I think that we definitely need to build up that depth piece there. But that's what I got for you guys today. That's my answer. I'm thinking it's going to be the outside linebacker position, and I'm hoping that the Steelers are going to address it. With that being said, guys, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. I'm Daniel J. This is State of the Steelers. Peace.